He's not just the one who just spent time in the forest. Just like Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, they were householders. Similarly, Vidura Maharaj, because he has seen so much, he's so concerned. We see in these last 35 questions, he actually started asking Maitreya Muni about the Virat form, the Brahmaji, Prajapatis, Manus, upper and lower planetary systems. He asked about subhumans, humans, birds and plants. He asked about Varnashram Dharma. He asked about offering respects to the forefathers. He asked about Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. And just a couple of verses before this, we saw him asking about the fruitive results of giving charity and digging wells, digging reservoirs of water. So sometimes we see this, that Srimad Bhagavatam is Amala Purana. Here we also see that Vidura Maharaj is so concerned about the living entities that he's actually asking questions which may not pertain to the pure devotees of the Lord. These fruitive results of digging wells or serving the forefathers, this is not in the pure bhakti domain, but he's asking because his concern is for all kind of jivas, all kind of living entities. So we see that when disciple is very concerned about himself and other living entities, then Guru, spiritual master, is also become very inspired to share with him profusely everything spiritual master has in his heart. Nothing is taken for granted. Everything is get explained. And we see that theme all through Srimad Bhagavatam. When Srila Vyasadeva became so concerned because he's not fully satisfied with his Vedic literatures he put together, and then Srila Narad Muni sees that my disciple is so concerned, and Srila Narad Muni instructs. Similarly, we see Shukdev Goswami is concerned. He doesn't want to come out of his mother's womb. And therefore, Srila Vyasadeva instruct him. And we see the same thing. Parikshit Maharaj is concerned because he had made some apparently an offense by putting a dead snake around the neck of this rishi. And then Shukdev Goswami finds that a great concern. He speaks. And then we see these thousands and thousands of rishis of Name Sharana. They became very concerned, and then Sutta Goswami speaks to them. And then we also, eventually we will see in Canto 11, Uddhava, Lord Krishna is seeing that Uddhava is concerned. Uddhava knows that Lord Krishna is about to leave. So Lord Krishna finds that Uddhava is concerned. So Lord Krishna speaks, Uddhav Gita. So that theme throughout the Srimad Bhagavatam is so much prevalent. That disciple is very much concerned. That makes Guru, spiritual master, very much concerned about the disciple and about all the living entities. And then this great literature comes about, manifest. So, and I was trying to meditate how, what does actually it means that disciple is concerned, Vidur Maharaj is concerned, he's asking questions after questions after questions. And then one thought came, I was hearing also Radha Gopinath Prabhu, that all of these wonderful, wonderful personalities, including Vidur Maharaj, and I mentioned others, starting actually from Srila Vyasadeva, that they are concerned because they want to approach as many living entities as possible to bring them closer to Krishna. And many times in contemporary language, the word used is building the bridge. These personalities have to build the bridges. Srila Vyasadeva build the bridges and others build the bridges. So here Vidur Maharaj is trying to build those bridges. And sometimes to build the bridge, you have to go to the other side. Just like Srila Prabhupada, he actually went to the other side of Vrindavan, which is New York. He could have said, come here, I will build the bridge for you. But he came to the other side of the bridge, other side of the ocean to build that bridge. And that's real concern when a disciple or a spiritual master, when they're ready in their heart of hearts to go even an extra mile, to go to the other side of the ocean, other side of the river, to build the bridge, to understand what that other living entity is going through, to put themselves in their shoes, so-called. And then either those living entities are atheistic or they're karma mishra or gyan mishra or yoga mishra or whatever those living entities are going through, these great personalities, they want to pull them out little by little to bring them closer to Krishna. That's a real concern. And that real concern is shown here by Vidur Maharaj to Maitreya Muni. And that concern of building the bridge with the living entities is very profound, and it's mentioned actually Srimad Bhagavatam provides that framework for the student of Srimad Bhagavatam. Because sometimes it's explained that Vedas instruct like a teacher. Puranas tell stories. They instruct through stories, just like a friend tells something to other friends, give him instruction through telling some stories. And the kavyas, the poetry, gives instructions through loving exchanges through the poems. But our Acharya explains that Srimad Bhagavatam has all three built into it. It actually acts as a teacher, it also acts as a father, and also acts as a lover. All three components are in Srimad Bhagavatam, so it provides the framework, it provides the content for the disciples and the gurus to bring so many souls closer to Krishna. That's why it's called Amala Purana. It's complete. Nothing is missing. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also gives us this wonderful explanation that Srimad Bhagavatam, in that framework of providing contents to the reader, to the students, to the disciples, to the spiritual masters, to build those bridges, Srila Vishwanath Thakur explains that Srimad Bhagavatam acts like a fruit. We know that famous verse, Nigam Kalpataru Galitam Phalam. It acts like a Galitam Phalam. Phalam is fruit, Galitam means very ripened. Ripened fruit falls on its own. That's the beauty of ripened fruit. You just have to touch it. Sometimes you don't even have to touch it, it falls. So then there is a danger that if something falls on its own, then it will break by the time it hits the ground. But no, Srimad Bhagavatam says, no, that doesn't happen here. This fruit of knowledge, of transcendental knowledge coming from Lord Vishnu to Brahmaji, to Naradaji, to Srila Vyasadeva, Shukadev Goswami, and Sutta Goswami, this is handed over. It's falling on its own, but it's still very carefully handed over so that it doesn't break. Handed over means the essence, the inner meaning of all the contents of Srimad Bhagavatam is kept. So that's a fruit. That fruit, what we're tasting from the mouth of Shukadev Goswami and Sutta Goswami. And it also acts like a sun. Srila Vishwanath Thakur explains. Now, sun is the example when Sutta Goswami speaks to these thousands and thousands of saints, rishis of Namesharana. That's Bhagavatam acting like a sun. Because there are many rishis who might not be pure devotees, who might be might have bit different understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But Srimad Bhagavatam is showering them the blessings equally, just like a sun gives its light and heat to everybody. No matter you are atheist, you are pantheist, you are monotheist, who you are, you're Jnani, you're Karmi, you're Siddhi, you're Yogi. Sun is giving light to everybody equally. Similarly, Srimad Bhagavatam acts like a sun to the sages of the Namesharana. And then it also acts like a lamp. Srimad Bhagavatam also acts like a lamp. So we see so many examples that how it guides individuals. We see how Chad Bharat guiding Shri Rahuguna, Maharaj Rahuguna. We see how Chitraketu Maharaj is getting guided. So many different souls. They're guiding on an individual basis. So it acts like a lamp. Lamp guides individual from one corner of the room to another corner of the room. Room is dark. You can't see anything. Sometimes you go for a camping and then everywhere it's dark, only you see some moonlight. And especially if it's Amavasya, you don't see much. Then you need that little flashlight, that lamp that guides you from point A to your tent where you can go and take rest. So Srimad Bhagavatam acts in the life of all of us so we can build bridges with so many other living entities to bring them closer to Krishna. And the last, Srimad Bhagavatam also acts like a Mohini. It also has the potential to bewilder some souls who want to get bewildered. When we see so many questions being asked for the last 5,000 years about how come Krishna, God, I remember when I came to Krishna consciousness, the first question my nephew asked me, what kind of God? He's dancing with girls at night in the grooves of Vrindavan. Krishna leaves his body, some hunter is shooting his arrow, and then Krishna leaves his body. So there are many instances Srimad Bhagavatam shares with us, to the reader, to the sadhaka, that sometimes bewilder the minds of, so it acts like a mohini. Many times we see take sides of Pandavas, we see taking, especially in the battle of Mahabharata, these, okay, it's time to kill Karna, it's time to kill Bhishma, and we find how come God is equal to everybody. He doesn't take any sides, but he takes sides. So he acts as a mohini. So Srimad Bhagavatam, for all of us, disciples and gurus, acts like a fruit, acts like a sun, acts like a lamp, and acts like a mohini. In these four ways, Srimad Bhagavatam is all encompassing, and that same Srimad Bhagavatam, which is like, we mentioned, it's like a sun. That sun, I was thinking Srila Prabhupada, he brought that sun from the east to the west in that trunk load of Srimad Bhagavatam when he boarded on the Jalduta. That sun that gives the rays, the hopes to so many sages of Namisharana. Now it's giving hope to the Western world. And sun, we know sun moves from east to west anyway, but here Srila Prabhupada brings sun of Srimad Bhagavatam from the east to the west, giving hope to so many of us. And the same sun, so many medical doctors, now they prescribe that we should take this morning sun, early morning sun, because it gives tremendous amount of vitamin D that keeps us healthy. So here we all are trying to come together every morning to take vitamin D, which is vitamin of devotion, from reading together, from discussing together, from hearing from each other the messages from Srimad Bhagavatam, so we can build some bridges with so many other living entities. Thank you very much for your attentive hearing. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. You can go. Okay. Any discussions on these words can be directed to Nityam Bhagavata Sevya group. Already, we'd like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day and weekend ahead. A weekend filled with a lot of wonderful activities in the service of the Supreme Lord. Tomorrow, as you all know, is Atlantic City Rath Yatra. See, Jagannath Rath Yatra ki jai.
Jai.
So, this is the time Lord Jagannath with his siblings, Lord Balaram and Mother Subhadra, will grace the boardwalk of Atlantic City and give darshan to so many onlookers who otherwise have come there to perform some or other kind of sinful activities. And, there's a chance where he's blessing them by his transcendental darshan. And it's a chance for his devotees to distribute the mercy of the Lord to so many lost souls in form of books, in form of prasadam, in form of making them pull this rope of the cart. Uh, so it's a lot of wonderful way where we can engage ourselves and others in the service of the Lord. So it's a big event. Every year we do that. We were not able to do that last year. Somehow Lord has made this arrangement that we are able to do it this year. So take this wonderful opportunity to be part of that. A lot of services around that. We started from yesterday itself. So today also, whoever is available, please come to the temple in the evening for services around the Rath Yatra, cutting vegetables, cleaning the cameras, filling Mahaprasadam bags, which we are going to distribute with cookies or sweets. A lot of wonderful activities. So take part in that. That will be today evening. And Prasadam will make sure that whoever comes there, there'll be some Prasadam served to them. Tomorrow, those going by bus, the bus will start sharp from the temple at 10 a.m. We request you all, if you're not going by bus, be there before 1:30. 2 o'clock, the parade will start sharp. It will start from New Jersey Avenue and Boardwalk. In 2019, that's the place where we ended. But prior years before that, that's the place where we used to start the Rath Yatra. That's where we are starting the Rath Yatra. Right next to New Jersey Avenue, there is that Oceanic Casino, where there's a parking lot, where the parking is there. No, be there in time. Also, due to the summertime and all, there's a lot of traffic on the road. So don't just count the estimated time from here, like 2.5 hours. No, it can take easily 3 hours or more. So count that time. Have some buffer in that time. And then it will go down to Kennedy Plaza, where we'll end the parade. And there'll be festival at the Kennedy Plaza with prasad distribution, book distribution, Govinda's stage program. So, yeah, wonderful activities. We just got the permit yesterday. So, thank you to Dattatraya Prabhu and for his wonderful services to make that possible. He was fighting for it for last month, and finally we got it. Okay, that being said, on Sunday, the last part of the 5-session Shravan festival will end from by His Holiness Sachinandan Maharaj speaking on this Sunday from 9 to 10:30. Here the wonderful pastimes of the Lord by His Holiness Sachinandan Maharaj on our channel. Anything else? Krishna Prabhu?
That's it.
Tuesday.
Coming up, Tuesday is Ekadasi and Ekadasi, very important Ekadasi. Just before Chaturmasya, about to start pretty soon. So whatever sock vegetables you want to eat it now before 1 week.
Tuesday is Ekadasi. Friday the 23rd is Purnima. Also, that's the first day of Chaturmas. Disappearance day of Sanatana Goswami. Also, beloved His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj. So, it's a celebration in the temple, Tirubhav Mahotsav. on Friday 23rd. More details will be shared. Okay, anything else, Krishnanpu?
That's it.
Okay.
Take enough rest tonight and be energized for tomorrow. Lot of distribution. Yes.
Okay. We pray to the Supreme Lord that everything goes nicely by chanting nicely and meditating on the holy name. Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare Rama
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
Sugraviram Mahavishnu,
Sugram
Vishnu
Veeram
Mantam
Mahavishnu
Shangatam
Shantam
Shanarsimha
Vishnu,
Vikramadam Namamyam
Jai Patan.
Namaha.
Jai